down here you said that's fine.
We're live, Jeremy. What are
No.
you doing?
Yeah, but nobody's
Oh,
watching.
man. Hey, everybody. Welcome into another fantastic episode of the Three-Man Blitz. We are just a couple of days away from the NFL draft, and things are heating up all around the league. There's lots of news to go over, rumors, and speculation, as we're going to be hitting in this episode, thanks to Kwesi. It was his fantastic idea.
You the man, Kwesi.
I'm Andrew. With me, as always, Kwesi, looking into the camera real close there, and Jeremy sipping on some alcohol. So we're going to go ahead and take our shots, but before we do, we would like to give a quick shout out to George Wilson and his people down there at Southern Payroll and Benefits.
What up, George?
They stuck their neck out there, and they take care of us here at the Three-Man Blitz. And just know that your business is more than a number to them, and they can pretty much take care of all of your small business needs. So go ahead and give them a visit at www.southernpnb.com. And, man, they got your back just like they got us. So, gentlemen, let's go ahead and take a drink.
Yeah, start your engines.
I got to get mine out of the fridge right here.
Ah.
I can't just reach over and get it.
How is that, Kwesi?
It's okay. It's
all right.
You put hair on your chest. You know what I'm talking about?
I don't need none of that. I'm going with the old white girl yum yum cinnamon whiskey, Fireball. Poor fella's got his head on fire.
The white girl cinnamon whiskey?
Yeah, man. You know, it's white girls love this shit.
Here's the thing. There's an open Dr. Pepper in my fridge, and that is not like me. If I open a Dr. Pepper, it's going down.
Yeah, it's probably no good now.
No. It's not mine. One of the kids, I'm going to have to kill him.
They're like, this 12 ounces. This 12 ounces is just too much for me.
They're putting open Dr. Pepper in my whiskey fridge. It's not okay.
They just needed it for, a little pull after they took a couple of shots of your whiskey.
A little mix, yeah.
Probably. It's probably my 2-year-old.
I'm sure it was. Oh, this is great. All right. Let's get it going, boys. Let's get it going, boys.
Kwesi, you are the Falcons fan here, buddy. Let us know what's going on with Julio and the Falcons and the talk of trade here.
Man, this was crazy when I first heard it. I thought it was definitely untrue. But I'm hearing the conversation is opening up the window for talks of trading Julio Jones. Now, I can give both sides of this. I would never expect this, first of all, but give both sides of this. They are way above the cap stricken. Julio has, kind of pushed the issue numerous times. Every time he's seen next wide receiver get paid, he was like, I want to get paid even more, even though I'm in the middle of my contract. I want my raise right now. So he has pushed.
He deserves it, not to cut you off.
Yes, and that's the thing. But these are businessmen. They're not constantly wanting to change their contracts all the time. So they could feel a certain kind of way after all that. So I know he has done that to them. He is getting up in age. But the other side of it, man, it's Julio. It's Julio, and he's a staple in the city. He's still a beast at catching that ball. I think after they get a better offense scheme around him, he's going to be back to his normal ways. And there's not many players on the Falcons that everyone loves, and I can only name 2, and that's Calvin Ridley and Julio Jones.
Yeah, Julio is probably the most polarizing figure that's been in Atlanta in a while.
Exactly. It's not even Matt Ryan. People will be almost 50-50. Their fans will be 50-50 with Matt Ryan.
They're split down the middle.
Everyone loves those two guys, Ridley and Julio. So, I definitely say keep him. Let it retire his jersey there. Let him be a hometowner. But they're going to do what they can do to try to save some money.
I'd say the likelihood of him being traded is probably pretty high. If you were ever going to trade Julio, now would be the time. You wouldn't want to do it in a few years from now when, he's like Larry Fitzgerald.
True, but I can understand. Yeah.
But the thing is the reason they're looking at it is right now they only have like $1 million in cap space. That's not even enough to sign their rookies that they'll be drafting here pretty soon. So they'll have to be doing something. money-wise to make this maneuver. And even when they do trade, which they probably will, honestly, they're going to wait till after June 1st, so their cap hit's a little different. If they were to do it now, it's like 23 million, but if they do it after,
I think his newest contract don't get like kick in until then, something like that.
The money works that way better. It works better that way. So
yeah.
What's up, Russell?
Okay. Yeah, we got a couple people. Yeah, old Russell is chiming in here. Russell Brown says the Lions would be a great place to trade Julio.
At this point, the Lions just need receivers, period. But Julio would be a good place for them. Maybe not for Julio.
No, not for Julio.
Not for Julio. Detroit would love to have him over there.
Yeah.
I'd say if he gets traded anyway, if he has a say in it, which hopefully he does, where he would go, he'd want to go somewhere chasing a ring.
I'm sure he would. Atlanta would at least have enough respect for him to say, hey, to kind of talk it out with him, I'm sure. Because he's been really good to Atlanta, and Atlanta's been really good to him. It's been a nice.
Definitely not to the Detroit Lions, Russell.
and you're right. They definitely don't want to trade him.
No.
It'll probably be the easiest way to get their money.
But he's like, I'm gonna get my money. Matt Ryan was like, okay, let me rearrange my contract for you guys. But
one of these guys where even when they're in the midst of contract negotiations, he always comes into camp. He's still there and he really works it out with them, and it's just been such a good fit that I would see it being really hard if you were in Atlanta's shoes to trade him. But playing devil's advocate here, like Jeremy said a minute ago, talking about how if you let him hang around too long, then you're going to have Larry Fitzgerald where, he's still a beast receiver, but you can't get the value for Larry Fitzgerald right now if you were the Cardinals trying to shop him, which honestly I think he's going to retire anyway. But if you were trying to shop him that as you would like 4 or 5 years ago, his name carried a lot more weight. And that's where you're at right now with Julio Jones. Another 4 or 5 years, he's going to be Larry Fitzgerald,
Yeah.
So, I mean, just something to think about. So, do you want the value, or do you just want that big target? I mean,
and that's another reason why they're comfortable with trading him, if they are comfortable with trading him. Of course, they have Calvin Ridley, who's a beast. Gage was a really nice second slot receiver.
Yeah.
The chance to get Kyle Pitts right now. So you have some more weapons stepping into the arena that you could push on and get some money for him or get some stock for him, Julio.
Yeah. Just a thought though. Like I said, just playing devil's advocate there, but
I don't like it.
No, I bet you don't. Before we move on from that topic, what team would you guys think that he would want to go to?
Man. I don't know where he's from, so it's hard to tell. It's really hard to tell, but he's going to want to go to a winner. Maybe like a Seahawks, something like that.
Ooh, Seahawks. Ooh,
did you see him going to
that would be brutal. Oh, man, that would be
that'd be nasty. No. Yeah, I mean, they just lost Sammy
Watkins.
They just lost Sammy Watkins, so he would get his targets there for sure.
I mean, Sammy Watkins was like a third receiver, fourth receiver.
Exactly. You bring Julio Jones in his stead.
Yeah. So I can see something like that, maybe even Arizona.
Willing to take a little bit of a pay cut for the ring, the potential of it.
I'm sure he would. A lot of places I'm seeing right now is the Ravens, the Colts, the Patriots. I don't agree with a couple of the other ones, which are the Jets, the Jaguars, and the Niners.
I think he would be a nice big target for Lamar Jackson. That'd be a nice fit for him. But I think Lamar's not the guy who's going to throw him open. He's going to take a lot of shots, and his career will not last as long with the Ravens.
I know. Again, we'll see about Lamar Jackson. I don't want to hate on the dude.
He won MVP, my guy.
And I don't want to change the subject much. But people
– I like that, Russell.
People do not – there's a reason why there's no wide receivers there.
Draft one. They don't have a choice.
Okay. There's a reason why.
All right. Let's move it on. What else you got, Kwesi?
Okay.
What else you got?
Off the top of the noggin, what's going to happen with the third pick? For the 49ers third pick?
Yeah. Of course, I'm going to say they're going quarterback. That's just my decision. And we mocked it out, and I 100% agreed with it. Justin Fields right there.
Yeah. Yeah. Now imagine this. They traded up to get to the third pick. So a lot of people are mentioning Mac Jones, which Mac Jones is just, to me, a reincarnation of Garoppolo.
Yeah.
So why would you trade up
to get the same guy
to go parallel?
Yeah.
You know, you want to,
And that's the thing, a dual threat quarterback with that ground game they've got. Whew,
yeah,
give me that all day long. They're on the cusp of being a Super Bowl team.
Now the good thing about it is to say the difference between Garoppolo and, let's say, a Mac Jones is money.
Money and age.
Yeah, this is a business, bro. They age don't even that money, that money. So you can get somebody just like Garoppolo, but now cheaper.
Was it worth trading up just to save a little bit of money? And I mean, are you really having to pay out the wazoo for Garoppolo?
Garoppolo has a horrible contract.
Comparatively, no. But here's a little wrinkle for you, just to play devil's advocate. Like, we're pretty much solidified, right, that number one's Trevor Lawrence, number two's Zach Wilson. Is that how we're going?
I'm pretty positive. That's how I feel.
What if number two, say they take Trey Lance or they take Fields? We'll say they take Fields at 2. Now who are you taking? Are you taking Wilson at 3?
Absolutely.
I saw a mock just a little bit ago, and they had Fields going 2.
I don't think he'll go over Zach Wilson.
I still don't understand why Zach Wilson's so highly touted over these other couple of quarterbacks. I mean, I guess.
I think it's kind of that. Well, and I mean, you're looking at it, and he reminds me so much of Josh Allen, and Josh Allen is having so much success in the NFL right now. Coming from a school like Wyoming, he just comes up out of nowhere. Everyone's like, Josh Allen, quarterback out of Wyoming. Who the hell is that? And dude, he's killing it, man.
Trey Lance is a better comp for me with Josh Allen. He's bigger, he's more athletic, he's got the arm. To me, that's more of the comp.
Maybe I was thinking Trey Lance. Trey
Lance is the big guy. He's
the
dude.
Trey Lance. Oh, Zach Wilson, though. He's super accurate, good with a deep ball. I mean,
I still think that they take Fields as well at 3, but I don't know, man. If they take Mac Jones,
no.
I'm going to boo out loud.
Don't you jinx this.
I will boo out loud. I mean, most people, from what I see here, they have him taking Mac Jones. From what I've seen, it's either Mac Jones or it's Trey Lance, and they don't even talk about Justin Fields.
Why?
Okay. Well, I know exactly, and that's a way to transition into our little next topic. Why is Justin Fields dropping? I mean, I've seen him as low as 32.
Oh, that's stupid.
Yeah, I saw that one today as well. Yeah, all the way down to 32. Like, what?
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson was 31 when he was taken, and he also won the Heisman that year, which he shouldn't have won it. I'm going to go out and say it again. But
we got another Lamar Jackson hater over here.
No. It was Deshaun Watson's to lose, my friend. But anyway, moving on. So I have no idea. He showed a little bit of instability in a few games, but to me, that's not nearly enough to move him down. I mean, I will say Mac Jones was really consistent all season. I can give him that. But the year before, he wasn't even good enough to be named the starter. He was on the bench behind Tua, and before that, he was on the bench behind Jalen Hurts, which both of these guys are now NFL starters. But
from what I understand, when Mac Jones first got to Alabama, people were making fun of him. Like, you see him without his shirt on and stuff, but they were like, this dude's going to ride pine forever. You know what I mean?
I mean, I thought the same thing.
It's a good story that he actually is.
It is. He is coming from Alabama. They have an all-star team. I mean, in which just came out of a season where, two of their players was Heisman Trophy candidates already. So
not to mention another one that got hurt that was probably actually a Heisman favorite.
So not to bash Mac Jones, but I mean, you just got to loft it up in the air, and more than likely your guys are going to catch it.
Somebody coming down with it. But he didn't have one bad game all season.
Yeah,
I think Justin Fields had one bad game all season.
To knock both of the players, you don't find many quarterbacks coming from Alabama or Ohio State in the NFL.
There's recent history with Bama, you do, but
there's 2 right now from Alabama. But that's the thing; they were both only starters this past year.
And I mean,
Easy, calm down, Kwesi. Calm down.
I mean, it's
Oklahoma State.
Whoa, he's a Cowboy now.
He went to Michigan, didn't he? He's
Oklahoma. With Oklahoma. But so traditionally, there's skilled players that's coming from these teams, these schools. Not many quarterbacks in a sense. So people kind of question those quarterbacks at times because they have such skilled players there.
That's understandable, but I don't know, man.
As you would say, to play devil's advocate.
Maybe JT Daniels is or I'm sorry, what?
JT Daniels. You got Georgia on the brain, do you?
Sorry. I was thinking of JT. I was thinking of JT Barrett. He was the last quarterback out of Ohio State that was really worth a crap, and he had a lot of hype coming into the draft, kind of like Justin Fields did. And I feel like he may be getting comps there.
But maybe George R.R. Martin.
Tolkien. Martin? What? J.R.R. Tolkien? What? George R.R. Martin? Why do these guys have two R.R.s? Both of them.
I think that the what's the other guy? J.R.R. Tolkien. He's the man.
He's the man.
And George R.R. is just copying Tolkien. Anyway,
he's a copy.
We're way off topic.
Yeah. But of course, Haskins came from Ohio State, if I'm correct?
Wayne Haskins, yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So there's not many people players that came from these teams.
Maybe they're questioning the quarterback development out of the school.
Schools develop how they want to develop. So, Army schemes around running.
Yeah, kind of at some point with these particular prospects, it looks like they're kind of trying to find reasons more not to take them versus reasons to take them. Because, once you get you got game tape, you look, you watch, you get your interviews, you either like what they say or you don't. Maybe they don't like what he's saying.
Yeah, they did say Fields like to follow his number one receiver a lot. He doesn't
not going through progressions enough.
Well, yes, he doesn't go through his progressions. But again, that's somebody watching tape more that would understand that.
Well, I can find knocks on every quarterback. There's something that every quarterback does wrong that I can improve. But
and another thing they always knock on quarterback is the competition that they play. So from being from North Dakota State, if I'm correct, North Dakota State, and also being from BYU, they say they don't have competition. But to contradict that, many of the top quarterbacks in the NFL come from small schools.
That's like I just said, Josh Allen, just talking about him, and he's tearing up the NFL right now.
So, you need to really look at their skill set, not just that competition they play against.
How do you guys feel about this? And it's just a thought. Justin Fields is one of those guys before everybody started moving him down the board recently. He was like real up in the air. Some people were really high on him. Some people weren't so high on him. Could this be a deal where teams are putting out misinformation and intentionally trying to sabotage just to get the player lower without having to trade up?
Definitely. For sure. And teams do this.
I feel like it happens a lot more than we realize.
It happens a lot. People feel like this is doesn't happen, and they kind of scoff at it like teams don't have time for that BS.
Yeah,
they definitely do this. They're on phone calls right now with other teams. Oh yeah, we love that guy.
That guy's a fourth round. He's a fourth round offensive lineman. Why are you taking him first round? And then you got the Detroit Lions coming in here like, yeah, we got to steal.
And everybody's like, they just took off.
Oh man.
But yeah, that definitely happens. But I don't know what it is with Fields, but I feel like if the Niners pass on him, it should be for Lance. Like I can see at least with Lance, you've got like a skill set that's unique and it fits well because they both have skill sets that fit in that system really good.
They do. Both of them.
I mean,
Mac Jones though.
No.
I mean, what the heck?
I'm phasing in and out.
NFL is a very, very funny and finicky kind of situation. And I'm saying that because NFL loves to speak of athletic quarterbacks.
Yeah.
They love to speak of them.
Speak.
But
Well, they love the athletic side, but it doesn't always transition well into productivity, which everybody needs productivity at that position.
You got like poltergeist going on over there.
It's just I got natural light popping in over here.
Natural light. You need a bunker like I've got. Okay, but I mean, like when you're talking
about, he's watching the reel to reel or something.
When you're talking about athletic quarterbacks, you look at a guy like Matt Ryan, and you're gonna say, okay, Matt Ryan, he's a pocket passer. Tom Brady, he's a pocket passer. Peyton Manning, he was a pocket passer. But then you've got these guys like Lamar Jackson, like we just talked about, Cam Newton a couple years back, man. Guys like that, these dual threat quarterbacks that just add another dimension to your game. Why would you not want that? As long as you're with the ball.
I understand. I understand you. But you say that, but that doesn't happen.
Nah, dude. If I'm the Niners, give me Justin Fields all day long.
I got you. Yeah, but it doesn't. It just doesn't happen. That transcends.
Yeah, Chris. We all got the Titans flags hanging around here somewhere.
Yeah, you like that? You like that, Chris? You like?
Your big head team.
You like my Tennessee rag? You like it?
But we won't really know how things are going to go down until draft day. Like you said, there's a lot of speculation, a lot of rumors, a lot of talk, and I honestly believe there's a lot of sabotage. I really do. That first round of this draft.
I'd say they go for Mac Jones.
God, no! Stop it!
I say they go for Mac Jones.
It's so ugly
because they want somebody similar to what they have, and
To me, this is what I feel like is going to happen. I feel like that number 2 spot, and was why I mentioned it earlier, the Jets, everybody just has them taking Zach Wilson. And it could be this sabotage thing that you're talking about right now. It's like everybody, they're taking Zach Wilson, go on. I'm not so sure that they don't take Fields at 2. And if they take Fields or Lance at 2, it blows everybody up.
If they took Fields at 2, it wouldn't be the worst thing to happen.
It would be for Fields.
It would be for Fields.
The Jets suck. They're so bad.
Yes.
Poor Jets fans. If any of you are Jets fans,
what else we got going on, man?
You guys know I'm a huge fan of dual threat quarterbacks. That's all I'm saying. Give me Justin Fields, man.
I don't see why you wouldn't like them. I mean,
Deshaun Watson, y'all know that's my guy. He didn't touch me or anything, but it's my guy.
Yeah.
My bum is marked safe.
What's next?
Real quick, before we move on from any Niners talk, since they got that third pick.
Yes, sir.
Did you guys see what Kyle Shanahan said in his little press conference? He was asked, the question was posed to him, does he see Garoppolo being on the roster after draft day? And it seems like a pretty teed up answer, to kind of say, Garoppolo's still good. He can still whatever, blah, blah. No. He went and said, I can't even guarantee that we're going to be alive tomorrow. So.
Kyle Shanahan is a dark dude.
I can still see a Patriots trade in the future. Like very near future with Garoppolo. Yeah. And so they pick up Mac Jones, which is again Garoppolo 2.0. They get rid of Garoppolo's contract. This is the one time the Patriots pay for a quarterback like that and get him, the guy they know and loved already.
Which I like. I like the Patriots taking Mac Jones in the draft.
Patriots?
Yeah, remember we talked about it.
I like the Patriots doing that. Yeah, I do.
He fits into their scheme so well. I mean, he can run a Tom Brady offense, I think. Now, I don't know, man. I don't know. I want to say it's either going to be Garoppolo or Mac Jones, and I would put money almost on that, guaranteed, that it's going to be one of those two quarterbacks starting. Well, I mean, they got Cam Newton. One of those two quarterbacks that they reach out for.
Yes.
Well, it's easier for the Patriots to draft Mac Jones if he falls to them. What are they at 10?
15.
I think they'll trade up, but
why would they?
Yeah, especially if he falls at 15.
Why would you trade it for Mac Jones? Is he one of these players that we're talking up that we really shouldn't be talking up? Is he one of these conspiracy players?
Yes,
probably.
Yes. And so I wouldn't be shocked if he fell. So that's why it is shocking to see Fields fall so far.
We'll see if he falls. I don't think he will, but if he does, the draft's always like that, though. You always see players dropping. You see them over there. They're like, oh, God. They're sitting there staring at the phone waiting for to get the calls,
Yeah.
And because everybody's always told them, like, oh, hey, you top 5 pick, buddy.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? It could go crazy. If he does fall, imagine I'm the Lions here with like, what are they at? They're at the number 7 overall pick. Imagine I'm the Lions and Justin Fields is falling. Nobody's drafted him. And I'm like, all right, I'll take that. I mean, you got Jared Goff, man.
Yeah. But you gotta imagine how Garoppolo feels right now. Like, with 99% of people talking about, he's like, hey, give me some help. They're like, yeah, right.
Yeah, okay, we're a running football team, buddy. Look, to your point, though, I mean, Garoppolo, really, imagine being Garoppolo. He's not a bad quarterback. He's a decent quarterback. But you look at it, and everybody's like, yeah, it's time to move on from him. Because, in other words, if you're not a superstar quarterback right now on a team, you really don't. It's not the 80s. It's not the 70s. You're not just on that team forever. You're gone. You get like 3 years, maybe 5 if you're lucky.
Okay. Well, to that point, let's take a look at this. Your top teams in the NFL, your top 5, your top 6 teams in the NFL, the ones that you give an actual chance of making the Super Bowl. You've got quarterbacks Patrick Mahomes, you've got like Aaron Rodgers, you've got Tom Brady, you've got Lamar Jackson, you've got freaking Josh Allen, Russell Wilson. These are your guys. And I mean, even maybe Matthew Stafford now potentially with the Rams. You have superstar quarterbacks on these teams. You are not making it to the Super Bowl with an average quarterback. The 49ers did it 2 years ago and lost because they had average quarterback play.
But to put a hiccup in your little Mahomes is still on a rookie contract.
No, he's not. He got that. Oh well, I think it kicks in this year.
Yeah,
he signed
he's already signed it though.
Huge contract. Yeah,
but I'm just saying you have enough money to finagle other players.
Well, they got him. That's why I think people have seen that's the thing. That's why you take the swing on any rookie quarterback because if he could be the guy that plays at that level and you're paying him a lot less. Exactly. Even if you have to pay him a lot later, who cares if we've already won a Super Bowl?
Exactly.
Or at least
Super Bowl is what matters, and you're not going to win a Super Bowl with mediocre quarterback play nowadays. You're just not going to.
I like how you didn't mention Tom Brady or the Buccaneers when you were talking about the top 10.
I did.
I didn't hear it. Maybe I have selective hearing.
Because you don't want to hear Tom Brady. I didn't want to say it either, but I did. Yeah, Tom Brady. He man, I don't even want to go down that road. I ate my words so hard this last season.
It looked pretty promising. All right, I got you one. All right, let's go. So we got the draft coming up. We're talking about the draft, of course.
Yes.
Over under 3 trades in the first round. Are we looking something crazy? We going way over 3? I can see at least 2
for sure.
The
ones that have already happened. Right?
No, not the ones that have already happened.
So we're talking about during the first round, like during the actual draft.
During the draft, as soon as we start up, the GOAT.
Man, I'm gonna say over. There's a lot of big quarterbacks in this draft. You see people trade up for quarterbacks. So like you said, somebody sees Justin Fields fall. Somebody sees Mac Jones fall. There's 2 potential trade ups right there. And then, somebody sees Kyle Trask drop to number 7 or number 8, and they're like, oh, crap, we need that guy. I mean, there's potential. And there's so many good receivers in this draft. I'm going to say over.
In other words, you're going over because you feel like there's enough players. Somebody's going to drop. I mean, obviously, somebody's going to drop to a spot to where you're like, well, shit, I got to do it. Yeah. If Kyle Pitts drops to 7, there's like probably 6 teams that really would go up the trade to get him.
There's the ones that there's the trade ups and trade downs that we don't even see coming. Like I can see the Falcons trading down, but then like last year you had Green Bay trading up like 2 spots for Jordan Love near the end of the first round.
Right.
You're like, why?
I want to know who was in the ear of that dude. Like, oh, dog, hey man, you got to get him. You need to do whatever it takes. You got to get Jordan Love, man. This dude is great.
I mean, what?
Right now.
Aaron Rodgers is a wild card, man. He's crazy. He's gonna leave.
Let me go left field with this. Is Jordan Love the Trey Lance of this year?
It's pretty good. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. I don't know. Maybe
I'm going to say no because I think quarterbacks are a lot more quarterbacks this year. So I would say that like Jordan Love would be the Mac Jones of this draft.
There wasn't a lot of film on Jordan Love. He came from a small school. Yada yada.
Good comp. I mean, it's a good comp, man. I like it.
Yeah, but I still say 3 or under.
Well, as far as the way people feel about him, I think he's Mac Jones, Jordan Love. Yeah. I like Jordan Love more than Mac Jones, but I'm sorry. We're going back to it again. You just can't deny the man's consistency. He was consistent, but also to Kweezy's point, he throws the ball up in there. Somebody's grabbing it.
I know. See, I don't want to beat a dead horse or anything. I love to say that, but when you're at 3, man, you got to take either Trey Lance or you got to take Fields, and you keep Garoppolo and you let him be the starter. You've got a good team. I know we've moved.
Why are you beating horses?
I don't know. I don't even know where the saying comes from, but I like it.
You get a second job?
It's good. There's good money in it, son.
Oh man. So speaking of Aaron Rodgers, I want to throw this one up. I guess we'll hit a couple more topics and wrap it up because we're going to have a huge draft special episode coming up in a couple nights.
Hey, plug our competition.
Yes. Plug. We're plugging right now.
Do it.
3-Man Blitz Ultimate Draft Competition. Go ahead and submit your entry to 3manblitz@gmail.com if you guys haven't already. You have the potential to win up to $350, gift cards to local Chattanooga restaurants, and, of course, 3-Man Blitz swag, a swag bag, as Queasy loves to call it.
And it's free. It's free to enter. You don't have to pay anything.
Yeah, just be the best. Just be the best. Make sure you submit hey, Matt. Just make sure you submit your trades and, that's it. Submit your trades and your picks, numbers. It's easy. Make sure you guys enter the competition. But back to my point. Aaron Rodgers. What is going on with Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay? Does anybody have any insight on this? Anybody have any thoughts?
No insight, but I mean, he's not want to sign that extension as far as I'm hearing. Talks have been going on back and forth, but I'm sure he still feels violated by Jordan Love. They've been drafting him. And seeming as if they have no hope and no faith in him. And also, my final words is I've never said swag bag ever in my life.
You just did. Boop.
Oh! Swag bag.
Swag bag.
Okay, so that reminds me, we got to get Chris Wadner some swag. We told him we were going to get him some. We got to take care of that, man.
I'm working on it, Chris.
Working on it.
Working on it, Chris.
So, speaking of Aaron Rodgers getting violated, I like that. Green Bay has never given him weapons. Do you remember the end of the championship game versus the Buccaneers where you had your MVP player, and he had the ball in his hands, and basically you were going to lose the game if you did not go for this fourth and goal, and they instead called out the field goal team, the kicking unit? Like, why? What is wrong with you, Matt LaFleur? Do you not have any? No. And I remember in the press conference after the game, Aaron Rodgers was like, I don't know where we go from here. Well, those were like his exact words. Like, I'm still feeling that real hard. It was ugly. Yeah.
It's another one of ugly situations, like when the Seahawks passed the ball instead of handing it off in the Super Bowl.
On the one, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's just one of those things. Maybe, and we all assumed when he said that he was talking about his future with Green Bay, but he could have just meant like how they get over the hump, what they need to do. I don't know. You don't know.
I don't know, man. If you watch the video, like the look on his face, man, I feel like it's pretty clear.
He was pissed. He just lost the game.
He was like, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Chance at another Super Bowl. But you have your MVP out there on the field, and you're not going to give him the ball to wrap the game up, man?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it was a BS call, but, I mean, what are you going to do? That happens. If you weren't you could do that all day. If you had made more plays, it wouldn't have mattered.
Would anybody have questioned him for giving Aaron Rodgers the ball and saying, score me a touchdown?
No,
exactly.
But hindsight's 20/20. I mean, whatever. The analytics of it may have said kick the field goal.
Are you like full of cliches today? Just beating a dead horse?
That's just food.
Two birds with one stone.
Jeremy really likes beating dead horses.
Jeez.
What is it? 2 in the hands worth 3 in the bush, or whatever the hell. What is that saying?
Talking about
One
horses.
in the hand is worth 2 in the bush, bro.
Yeah, maybe for you.
Oh, Matt, I feel you on this. It's going to be a nasty divorce in Green Bay.
If it's a divorce, it'll be a trade, and it'll be a fantastic trade for somebody.
So hear me out. Hear me out. Aaron Rodgers to the Vikings, like his predecessor before him. Beautiful.
No, they won't do that twice. That's in the same.
From what I'm seeing from the general manager speaking about his contract situation, it ain't even. It's not. He'll be their quarterback of the future. Like, it's not something that's even being entertained.
Okay, so like it was like 2 weeks ago. I think it was. I was on my way into work and I was listening to ESPN radio, and someone from the Green Bay front office was on ESPN radio, and they said, and I don't quote me on this, not word for word, but the conversation pretty much went, "Don't ask me about any specific players." And then the guy goes on to ask him about Aaron Rodgers. Are you guys bringing back Aaron Rodgers? And of course, he's not supposed to ask about specific players. But when it comes to Aaron Rodgers, you say, of course, and move on. That's the end of it. But they said, I can't talk about it right now. I can't talk about it. I can't talk about it. That was just the answer.
They had that loaded up, though, because he had just said it. He had just said that I can't talk about players.
There's only one answer when it comes to Aaron Rodgers. You just say, yeah, and move on. Yeah. Just give us that. Just give us that. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
What if you? Yeah, I feel you. I mean, I would say the same
it's
thing.
Aaron Rodgers. He was the MVP last year, dog. Like, I can't.
Yeah. What if your boss is sitting there telling you, "Hey, like what he just said, don't talk about specific players," and then they said that question, and then you said, "Oh yeah, we're for sure bringing him back, buddy," and then they're like, "You son of a," and they bring you in the office and they say,
"What harm is going to come from that? Y'all sabotage it again." Now we're getting back into the NFL conspiracy.
Because you know how media spins stuff. So all they had to do is look at one little snippet and they take it and go crazy. People always have to protect themselves and their organization first, man.
Cover your assets.
What else we got?
This is your episode, Queasy.
We can't give Andrew time.
He's off on a tangent.
What about this? What about the trade? I think it's Orlando Brown, offensive tackle to the Kansas City Chiefs. It's a huge trade. I think me personally, it seems like the Chiefs gave up a lot of draft picks in order to get. I know he's a great tackle, but it's a lot of draft picks.
What was wrong with the guy you had before that you could have paid and not giving up a first-round pick for?
I mean, Mahomes was getting hit a couple times now. I can say that much. And was it that game?
Especially, but
he wasn't playing in the Super Bowl.
Exactly. Both of their starting tackles
were injured.
That game.
I think it was a dumb move, honestly. And I mean, Kansas City is out of the first round now, so that gives you guys a leg up on your draft board over us.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. There was a game. I apologize for being on the podcast like this, but there was a game in which the tackle got kicked out of the game.
Oh, no.
That was a college game.
You're thinking of the Georgia-Houston game. No, it wasn't Houston. Georgia-Cincinnati game.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm thinking about. That was so crazy. But anyway, I'm sorry about it.
That's a good game, though.
When this trade first came out, I was with you, Quiz. I was like, man, that is a lot to give up. But in reality, looking at it now, they're basically given a first-round pick, then they've got their third and fourth-round pick of this year. So that's already 3 picks. And then they get a 2022 fifth-round pick and a 2022 sixth-round pick. So the back ends of the 2022 rounds year. But you're getting I mean, if you go look at his numbers, dude's a fantastic
and I don't doubt he's a beast.
Tackle.
So I always understand. You know how I hate offensive tackles going very high. I don't like that.
Yeah, I know you don't. It's not sexy.
It's weird to me.
It's not sexy.
Man, but I understand it because offensive tackles are paid second behind quarterbacks.
You got centers up there too. Centers get paid a lot.
That's the offensive line, man. Getting paid
tackles.
Well, offensive linemen in general get paid a lot. But
thank you, Andrew.
The thing is, though, you can have a great offensive line, and your good skill position players will look amazing.
They'll look much, much better.
So I thought they could have. I thought there's a couple, maybe 3 to 4 good offensive tackles in the draft that I thought they could have gotten, but obviously they didn't see that there and went ahead and did this trade.
I see a little bit of disparity when we were doing our mock draft. There are teams that do need offensive linemen that are above, of course, the Chiefs. And you've got your top 3 guys, and below that, there's like it goes
Big
from
drop.
first round talent to mid second round talent. Like that,
big time.
There's so where Kansas City was sitting, I feel like they would have had to have traded up to get one of their offensive tackle guys that they wanted. But
what's crazy is they would have had to probably given more as far as value picks to get one of these an unproven rookie versus giving back end picks and their first rounder, which is whatever, because they wanted that's what they really want to address is their line. They've got it in that Pro Bowl tackle. And he's not like old. He's not like an old.
Like you
tackle,
said, you've got a proven guy. So yeah, I guess I just wasn't a huge fan, but
it is a lot. It's 6 picks.
Mm-hmm.
You gave up 6 picks to get that one player. I mean, that is a lot. I mean, that's 6 players. That's 6 players that could have turned into Pro Bowlers themselves. You just never know.
Yep.
It is what it is.
Well,
they can do that. The Chiefs can.
I'm satisfied. If you guys are any more news, notes to go over, anything else you guys can think of off the top of your head.
Are you satisfied, Andrew?
I'm satisfied.
Sean Lee, the linebacker out of Dallas, is retired.
Boo.
That's right.
After when he first came out, like his first 2 years, 3 years,
Beast.
he was like, people were like, yeah, he's top 3 linebacker in the league, hands down, bar none. And then he started getting injured. He's getting ACL tears and he's getting concussions left and right. So it kind of sucks because he could have been probably, in that discussion of one of the best,
yes.
not the best, but, in that discussion. And, he's having to retire early, which kind of sucks.
R.I.P. Sean Lee's career. He played 5 games over 6 seasons.
Oh, man.
He will be missed.
Go ahead, Kwesi. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say I have one last question. And since who's the starting quarterback for the Bears?
Who cares? Is that a good enough answer? The Bears suck.
Andy Dalton.
Oh God, the Red Rocket.
Red Rocket.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It tastes the soup.
Was there a question there? I just feel sick now.
I'm just saying, man.
So, what if the Bears ended up winning their division with Andy Dalton?
Shut up! I'm about to boot you, Jeremy. You get booted.
I just said, what if? What the hell? I didn't say they're gonna.
That's gross. That's gross.
Kwesi brought it up. Boot him.
I'm just saying. That's a fact. That's a fact.
He was just stating a fact, a gross fact.
I still what if out there.
Red Rocket.
Man, go ahead.
I was just going to say that I'd be remiss if I didn't say that Geno Hayes, the linebacker, he went to college at Florida State. He died yesterday with liver disease. So it kind of shook a lot of people. So.
Had to hear that.
Geno Hayes.
Out to his family. That sucks.
Yes.
Yeah, I wanted to mention it on here. Jerry Jones has stated that he wants to get a top 10 defender in this pick, in this draft.
There's no top 10 defenders out there.
That's not what he thinks.
There's some nice cornerbacks, and there's Parsons is a nice linebacker.
Ooh, I like Parsons.
Parsons would be good.
He'll be gone before the Cowboys
Certain.
get to pick, though.
Will he, though?
I think so.
But I can see them getting a cornerback. The Dallas Cowboys getting a cornerback.
I think we had them taking Patrick Surtain in our
mock. That's correct. Yep.
I don't think you can go wrong with Surtain or what's his Horn.
J.C. Horn.
J.C. Horn's really good.
He is pretty good.
Yeah, and I think is that Horn's son? There used to be the wide receiver.
Horn. Probably a Horn son.
That's a Horn son?
Okay, stop.
That's not how I meant it, but hey, of course that's a Horn son.
Stop.
Well, guys, make sure you join us here in a couple nights on Thursday. We will come on right as the NFL draft is about to start. We will keep you updated with all the latest picks. We will give you our thoughts on it, and we'll be hitting you up with the trades. All the latest news to come out of the NFL draft, you can find it right here. Get your live reaction.
Ooh, I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm super excited.
Where's your O face?
Wow. Don't do it.
Oh.
You did it.
Oh,
God. We're losing viewers. Stop. But anyways, thank you guys for joining us. We'll look forward to seeing you Thursday night. Make sure you enter the Ultimate Draft Competition, 3manblitz@gmail.com. Submit it. Win prizes for free.
It's
Subscribe
free. Enter.
too.
Yeah,
Free.
subscribe. YouTube.
Yeah,
All the platforms. Join us on Twitter. Join us on Instagram.
Facebook.
Facebook. All
right.
Three Man Blitz. Do it.
Russell,
As
good to
always.
see you, brother.
Yep.
See
Russell,
you, Russell.
thanks for watching.
Chris, thank you. Matt.
Go for 3.